This video is sponsored by Happy Health Plan, our new book, available for pre-order now, out December the 10th.
Yo dudes!
Welcome to mushroom, cashew and chestnut Wellington with the delicious gravy. This is one of the nicest Wellingtons we've ever made. Last week we made it for my wife and she thought it was one of the best Wellingtons she's ever had. This is easy to make, this is incredibly delicious, and it ticks all those festive boxes. It is, it takes about an hour to make max. It'll feed probably 6 people. It serves fantastic with roasted veg and with the gravy. And we're gonna show you how to make it look like a Christmas cracker. First step, we're gonna fry off 1 red onion and 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna fry these for about 4 minutes until the garlic starts to go gold. While our onion and garlic is frying, we are gonna grate 2 carrots and 1 parsnip. Now we're gonna finely slice 200 grams of mushrooms. We're using oyster mushrooms, chop them into nice strips and add them to the pan. We're gonna fry these off for about 4 minutes. Now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of tamari. Tamari goes with mushrooms like Wellington goes with Christmas. Next, we're gonna add in our grated carrot and parsnip along with 1 teaspoon of salt, a pinch of black pepper and a pinch of cayenne pepper. Okay, now we're gonna add our final ingredients. We have 200 grams of cashew nuts. They're roasted cashew nuts, really important to roast them. Just put them in the oven for 10 minutes, 180 degrees until they're golden. On top of that, we're adding in 100 grams of wholemeal couscous, which we've cooked. And finally, we have 150 grams of cooked chestnuts. These are delicious. You'll get them in most Asian supermarkets and some supermarkets this time of year. They really do add a lovely meaty texture. Yeah, add them all in and incorporate them. Finally, we're gonna add in our taste of Christmas. So sage is something to be delicate with. A little bit goes a long way. It can vary, dominate, and it's something that people like or hate. So slice your sage leaves because they can be a little hairy. So just give them a nice finely slice and they'll distribute throughout the dish. And thyme you can simply take off the stalk. Both these are the 2 Christmas herbs and they really do give that Christmassy note to the dish. So if your dish does start to stick to the pan, just add in 1 to 2 tablespoons of water to deglaze the pan. We really don't want to waste any flavor, any bit that's sticking to the pan. Just give it a good scrape with a wooden spoon with that water and just loosen it and spread it in throughout the dish. So we've bought some Simply store-bought puff pastry. Makes it really easy. I'd recommend you going with puff. I just love that crispiness and it carves wonderful with a serrated knife. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna roll this out and pop on our filling. Now it's time to add your filling to your puff pastry, and now we're gonna take both sides and ensure to cover it nicely. Okay, so as per usual, Stephen stuffed it a little too much. Well, I just think that filling is so delicious, and you want when you slice it, it's just a full slice. So bear with us, we can make it work. So just make sure and fill the filling that you've got enough, but not too much. That's the trick.
Oh, good job. Look at you, Dave.
In this case, we are gonna turn it over, so I'm gonna take another piece of baking parchment and add it on top. We're gonna flip it right over so the seam side is down, and now we are ready to just do a finely little cut down the edges before we bake it in the oven. Now that we've got our Wellington wrapped, I'm just taking a pastry brush, some oat milk, and I'm just gonna lightly brush our Wellington. This is gonna make sure that it goldens up and it goes.
It's also a Christmas cracker.
Yes, our Christmas cracker Wellington.
So we enjoyed making little Christmas crackers down the end, just little shape, but just makes it look a little more festive. Any remaining pastry you can chop into leaves, into holly, into anything you feel like. We're just kind of keep it simple. My knife chopping skills weren't doing so well in terms of carving out a little bit of holly, but if you have more time, go for it. Okay, last thing to do before we bake is take a knife that's not too sharp. I'm not gonna use the serrated side, I'm using just the basic like butter knife side. And I'm just gonna score the side of this Wellington just to kind of make it perforated, make it open up, make it a little bit enticing. Okay, now that's all that's left to do is pop it in the oven. We've preheated the oven to 180 degrees Celsius and we're gonna bake it for about 40 to 45 minutes until it goes golden and puffy and delicious. Okay, Wellington's been baking in the oven and it smells fantastic. It smells like Christmas.
Meanwhile, Steve whipped up a really nice gravy, which we'll put the recipe in the link down below.
Yeah, for lovely gravy. Okay, Wellington looks amazing. It smells like Christmas. Easiest way to chop a Wellington is to use a serrated blade. Really, really important. Okay, here we go. Le moment of truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, all that's left to do.
This smells fabulous. I am massively salivating. That pastry just...
Look at that, like it's warm. It's just succulent. It just, it smells incredible.
It's wonderful. The filling is really meaty, festive, nutty, chestnutty, crispy.
I feel like I'm sitting in front of fire watching Star Wars
with all the family around. It's
The
Christmas
stockings
time.
are up.
It just tastes wonderful. This is an easy recipe, takes less than an hour. Your family are going to love it.
It freezes really well, and you can make it 2 to 3 days beforehand and literally bake it before you eat. So thanks for watching. Happy Christmas, happy festivity, happy whatever it is you're celebrating. Sending lots of love, and thank you for watching.
Cheers.
Bye.